Good morning, children. Welcome to AIMS India online session Biology, Nature and Scope. So far, we have studied about different scientists and their contributions, and we also discussed about the different fathers of different branches of biology, okay, and their contributions. So, let us proceed today's class. Famous books and authors in biology. There are many scientists who wrote their concepts and their discoveries and their works in the form of books. Some important books and the authors we are going to discuss now. So, the first Historia Animalium. Historia Animalium is the name of the book. It was written by Aristotle, who is famously called father of biology, father of zoology. Okay, he made his works and he put it in the form of a literature, in the form of a book. The book written by Aristotle is Historia Animalium. Next, Historia Plantarum. Historia Plantarum. It was written by Theophrastus. Who is Theophrastus? Theophrastus is the father of botany. So his works, he put it in the form of a book, Historia Plantarum. Next, another famous book written by Charles Darwin, Origin of Species. Origin of Species. The theory of natural selection. He is the father of evolution, Charles Darwin. So he wrote a book, Origin of Species. Next, Philosophic Zoology Q. Philosophic Zoology Q. It was written by Lamarck. What is the contribution of Lamarck? He is the man who introduced the term biology, Jean Lamarck. Okay, the book written by Jean Lamarck is Philosophic Zoology Q. Next, another book, Philosophica Botanica. Philosophica Botanica is the book written by Carolus Linnaeus. Who is Carolus Linnaeus? He is called the father of taxonomy. He wrote 3 books. Among that, the important book is Philosophica Botanica. Next, an essay on population was written by Malthus. So this essay inspired Charles Darwin. Okay, and he studied on finch birds and introduced the natural selection phenomenon. Okay, Malthus essay on population. So according to him, the food production is increasing by addition, but the population is increasing by multiplication. That was the statement given by Malthus. Okay, Historia Generalis Plantarum. Historia Generalis Plantarum was the book written by John Ray. John Ray, he is popular for the discovery of, or he defined the species. Species means the group of organisms which are similar in structure, which live together and which can interbreed, which can reproduce. Such a group is called as a species. Okay, so after the discovery of species only, the binomial nomenclature, all these become the popular. Okay, the term species was introduced by John Ray and he wrote a book, Historia Generalis Plantarum. Next, Species Plantarum, very famous book written by Carolus Linnaeus. So in this plant species, several thousands of species of plants were placed in that book written by Carolus Linnaeus. Species Plantarum. Next, Systema Naturae. Systema Naturae. It was the book written by again Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus wrote 3 books, I said: Philosophic Zoologica and Species Plantarum about the plants, Systema Naturae about the animals. Next, Zoonomia Erasmus. It is another book written by Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin, Origin of Species, and the book written by him, Zoonomia Erasmus. Okay, so let us know about the more books and authors in biology. The Naked Ape. The book by name Naked Ape was written by Desmond Morris. Desmond Morris. Micrographia. It is a famous book written by the father of cytology, Robert Hooke. What is the book written by Robert Hooke? Micrographia. All his discovery, details about the cell and everything is given in that book, Micrographia. Next, another book, Human Anatomy. The famous biologist Galen. He studied the different internal structure of human organs. So, and he wrote a book, Human Anatomy. Human Anatomy is the book written by Galen. Next, Historia Naturae. It was written by Guffin. History Naturae. Then the process of organic evolution. Process of organic evolution. This book was written by J.L. Stebbins. G.L. Stebbins. Next, Osman's Fossils. The book written by Cuvier. Book written by Cuvier. Next, on the structure of human anatomy. On the structure of human anatomy or human body. He is also the famous anatomist, Vesalius. Vesalius also did so many anatomical experiments, dissected the human bodies, different organs and organ systems. Okay, so the book written by Vesalius is On the Structure of Human Body. Next, Anatomical Preparations. This book was written by Malthus. Anatomical Preparations. This book was written by Malthus. Genesis and Evolutionary Development of Life. Genesis and Evolutionary Development of Life. This book was written by A.I. Oparin. Next, Genetics and Origin of Species. This book was written by Dobzhansky. Genetics and Origin of Species, the book written by Dobzhansky. The Double Helix. The name of the book, very popular book. The Double Helix. This book was written by Watson. Okay, we know that Watson and Crick introduced the DNA structure, double helical structure. So the name of the book is The Double Helix, written by Watson. Next, Motu Docardis. This book was written by William Herke. And De Humanissimi Corporis Fabrica Lapsus Aptum, the name of the book. It was also written by Andreas Vesalius, about anatomy only. This is also about human organs. Next, Administration Anatomical. It was also related to human anatomy only. The book written by Galen. Next, serendipity and science. What is serendipity? The serendipity is associated with scientific method, and it refers to discoveries made unexpectedly or by chance, or they are serendipity discoveries are also called chance discoveries. So actually the scientists start with one aim, and during the experimentation they will discover a new thing which is not related to the actual concept or actual hypothesis. Such a kind of discoveries are called as serendipity. The term serendipity was coined to Horace Walpole in 1754 from the title of the fairy tale. Okay, the term serendipity has come from the title fairy tale. The three princes of Serendip, a farmer name for Sri Lanka, and whose heroes were always making discoveries by accidents and sagacity. Okay, the fairy tale is the key word from which this term serendipity has come. The three princes of Serendip, a farmer name for Sri Lanka, means that Serendip is the actual previous ancient name of Sri Lanka, and the heroes were always making the discoveries by accidents and sagacity, hence the term come into existence, serendipity. Okay, in 8th class we are going to discuss about this serendipity in the first lesson, what is science. Louis Pasteur said that chance favors the trained mind. What Louis Pasteur said? Chance favors the trained mind, because an inquisitive, enthusiastic and intuitive mind may pursue the desired direction for a discovery. Okay, what is the meaning of the chance favors the trained mind? Means the enthusiastic and the eagerness, the desire, strong desire will direct for the discovery. That's why the scientists were more courageous and with more determination. Okay. Next, in 1922, Alexander Fleming, the British bacteriologist, has a cold and allowed few drops of his nasal mucus to fall on a bacterial culture. In 1922, Alexander Fleming, he is a British bacteriologist, he got cold, and what he has done, he allowed a few drops of his nasal mucus to fall on a bacterial culture. That leads to the discovery of the famous antibiotic penicillin. Okay. Next, Fleming was excited. Continuation. Fleming was excited to find some time later that the mucus could dissolve away the bacteria and the enzyme lysozyme, one important enzyme means chemical substance, lysozyme, which dissolves bacterial cells, could be discovered. So one of the best known antibiotics, penicillin, was discovered by whom? Fleming in 1928 as a result of a happy accident. What is that accident? He got cold and his nostril drops fell into the bacterial culture, and that bacterial cells were dissolved by that the ingredients present in that nostril drops, that is virus. Okay, so he started experimenting, and he discovered the antibiotic penicillin. So this antibiotic, the Fleming had been working on a bacteria by name Staphylococcus, and it happened that some spores of a mold means fungi, floated into his laboratory through an open window and landed on one of his Staphylococcus colonies. Okay, so how the this is the history of the penicillin. Okay, what happened? Fleming had been working on a bacterium culture, that is Staphylococcus, and it happened that some spores means the microscopic structures released from fungi, spores of a mold floated into, they are very light in weight, so in the air, into his laboratory through an open window and landed on one of his Staphylococcus colonies. To Fleming's surprise, the bacteria were quickly destroyed. So by that mold spore, when it started growing on that, so that bacteria colony has quickly destroyed. The mold was subsequently identified as Penicillium notatum. Okay, later what he has found, that mold which has grown on that Staphylococcus colony, it quickly destroyed the Staphylococcus bacteria. So later it was identified as the Penicillium notatum. It is the mold actual. So for this reason, the active substance killing bacteria was called penicillin. Okay, penicillin was extracted from a mold called Penicillium notatum, which has an antibacterial property, means which can kill the bacteria. Which bacteria? Staphylococcus bacteria. Okay, next, Edward Jenner. These are all which we are discussing, they come under serendipity. Serendipity means chance discoveries. Actually they started for something and they discovered something. Okay, that is called serendipity. So Edward Jenner, an English physician, Edward Jenner, he is called the father of immunology. He is an English physician, could develop a vaccine for smallpox by observing that the dairy maids infected with milder cowpox, at that time the cowpox and are suffer from infection of smallpox. Okay, so in 1796 Edward Jenner inoculated an 8-year-old boy with the fluid from cowpox blisters on the hand of a dairy maid, Sarah Nelms. Okay, the person who works in that dairy farm, he got the cowpox blisters. So what he has done, he has taken the fluid present in that cowpox blisters into an injection and inoculated means injected to an 8-year-old boy. Then what happened? To Jenner's surprise, the boy had become immune to smallpox. So, what he observed? That boy who has given this cowpox injection, okay, he had become immune to smallpox, and this technique of inducing immunity became known as vaccination. Okay, actually, what is the meaning of vacca? VACCA. Vacca means cow. Vaccination. Vaccination is a preventive measure. A polio vaccine contains polio virus, heat killed, inactive. Okay, and smallpox vaccine contains smallpox virus. Most of the viral diseases, this vaccine are available, like measles, mumps, okay, chicken pox. These are all so because of Edward Jenner, smallpox has been eradicated from our country. Okay, or the smallpox is now it is eradicated because of vaccination. Even polio also coming to eradication. Okay, so scientists their works helped, the knowledge of biology helped them in discovering so many things. Okay, children, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to receive latest updates.